That's not all of
This
it.
is, Bridget say this is the new one.
That's the new one.
Okay, y'all need to
Thank
tell
you,
me
Commissioner.
They say this is you speak.
Sandra. She said you gave him a new.
Okay, Amy did?
This is it.
Okay, we're getting ready to begin. You ready?
Okay.
We're going to begin in 3, 2, 1.
Okay, well, I don't have a script.
Well, welcome to our regularly scheduled board meeting. We ask for the courtesy of board members, staff, and those that are participating telephonically that you please silence your cell phones. Good evening and welcome to the Orange County School Board's regularly scheduled meeting for Tuesday, February 28th, 2023. Thank you so much for being with us this evening. Board members are attending telephonically or in person, so I will take roll call. Chair Jacobs is absent. Member Salamanca. Are you there?
Here.
I'm sorry, Member Salamanca, did I hear you?
Yeah, I said I'm here.
Thank
Can you hear
you.
me okay?
I can hear you. Perfect. Thank you. Member Front? Here. Member Gould?
Good evening.
Member Felder?
Akaro means hello in Yoruba. I'm here.
Dr. Castor Dental?
Good evening, Chair.
And Member Byrd?
Good evening.
I also wanted to remind the public that board members will not be engaging in outside electronic or digital communication during the meeting, so we can focus on the meeting itself, giving our attention to the matters immediately before us. Should you want to contact us, please continue to do so before or after each meeting. To my fellow board members, district staff, and members of the public, when speaking, please make sure your microphone is turned on and speak directly into it so our YouTube and Orange TV viewers can hear you clearly. Again, thank you so much for participating in or attending tonight's meeting. Now for the moment of silence, followed by the Pledge of Allegiance.
That's it.
For the pledge. I
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. So when do I say this one?
Good evening and thank you for joining us for tonight's school board meeting. We have some special recognitions that I would like to acknowledge before we discuss tonight's order of business. I would now like to invite Member Felder to tell us more about this year's observance. Member Felder?
Good evening and thank you, Vice Chair. Our Black History Month festivities include banners of notable African Americans who have made a difference in Central Florida and the world that are displayed throughout the Ronald Blocker Education Leadership Center's lobby. I invite you on your way out to peruse the lobby and to see those great people. OCPS also has created a Black History Month video presentation that features me taking viewers on a journey through history as I spotlight African Americans who have made major contributions to education, history, and culture. You can go to the OCPS website and pull it right up. I think you'll enjoy it. The video includes phenomenal performances by faculty and students from Dr. Phillips High School, Jones High School, Catalina Elementary School, and Maxey Elementary School. You can watch the Black History video on your website at ocps.net or on our YouTube channel. One of the wonderful women who is featured on a banner and in the video has made a difference at OCPS. She is former school board member of Orange County, member Katie Adams, who proudly represented the District 5 for 20 years. Adams was the first black member of the Orange County School Board when she was elected in 1980. She was a Jones High School alumnus and taught history at Jones and Colonial High Schools for 19 years. Adams also was a devoted educator, community leader, advocate for student equality, and lobbied for the improvement of reading skills and the creation of uniform discipline policies. Tonight, Board Member Adams' daughter, Kathy Berry, and other family members are joining us. Please stand to be recognized. If you're here, members of Ms. Adams' family, thank you. Your mom and your sister, your aunt, your relative was an amazing woman. And Katie Adams ran for this district seat countywide. That was before single-member districting had started, so she got the approval of many of the citizens in Orange County to sit on this board. We are honored to have you and your family with us this evening, and as we celebrate her contributions during Black History Month and always. There should be yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Picture?
Oh yeah, the family, yeah. We need to get a picture.
Yep, it's a photo op. Let's do
Yes.
a picture. You can bring it in the middle. Okay, thank you, Scott. Is the entire board going down or just
Yeah,
Member
all
Felder?
of us should go down. Come
All
on.
right,
all
let's
of
do
us.
it.
But it can't see us.
Can't we have to go down?
We got to go down. Come on. Go down.
Come down.
Okay, good. Everybody, you did it? Okay, good. Thank you.
For our next recognition, I would like to recognize two students who are both representing Orange County Public Schools with their artwork on the state and national level. Bay Lake Elementary fourth grade student Danny Huang won the Florida Art Education Association's 2023 Youth Art Month flag design competition with his colorful drawing titled Keep the Earth Clean and Rivers Ever Green.
Oh, wow.
His artwork will be part of a flag that will be displayed at the 2023 National Art Education Association Conference in San Antonio in April. Isn't that wonderful?
Yes, wonderful.
He's here. Yes.
Oh, stand. Stand up, baby.
Stand up.
Yes.
Stand up.
Mr. Dixon, come up and talk.
and then recognize them as well. And Lakeview Middle 8th grade student Yuk Sen Kai self-portrait graphite drawing will be on display in the Capitol in Tallahassee from March 7th through May 5th. And I hope I pronounced his name correct. Is he here? I know he's here. Congratulations.
Thank you.
I now would like to invite Associate Superintendent of Curriculum and Digital Learning, Rob Bixler, to provide us with more information on these two talented students and their artistic achievements.
Good evening, Vice Chair Gallo, members of the board, Dr. Vasquez. In just a few moments, Scott Evans will be saying a few words recognizing our talented artists, along with sharing some brief information about the upcoming events, because we have Arts in Our Schools Month coming up. But I'm actually here introducing Scott for a different reason. I would like to share that he was recently named the Florida Music Education Association's president-elect, where he will serve two years as president-elect and then another 2 years as president of the organization. FMEA serves and supports music education across the state and is a professional organization open to instructors from pre-kindergarten to college level, including music supervisors. Congratulations, Scott.
Thank you so much. Thank you. And thank you, Rob, for that introduction. That was wonderful. We are so excited to be kicking off Arts in Our Schools Month with the recognition of these two fabulous young artists. They both represent the commitment to arts education this district is well known for throughout the state and country. And we should make note that Danny's selection as one of the flags representing the state of Florida is the very first in the history of Orange County Public Schools to be selected from this district. So Danny is history making right here. So congratulations, Danny. As part of the Arts in Our Schools Month celebration, I'd like to invite you all to the RBELC Lobby Art Gallery Open House on March 8th from 4:30 to 6:30, featuring hundreds of pieces of artwork and performances by school ensembles. Throughout March, you will also be able to enjoy the work of our students hanging on the street lights of downtown Orlando. The Upcycled Banner Project, in partnership with the City of Orlando, will feature 100 hand-painted banners in sponsorship with the City of Orlando. Yeah. So those banners used to be the soccer banners that were hanging downtown that they usually would throw away, and the city donated those banners for us to upcycle into beautiful works of art. And then through the month of March, they'll all be hanging around downtown Orlando on the street posts throughout. So we invite you to go visit those beautiful art pieces. The theme this year was landmarks and icons of Central Florida in the style of specific artists. So you'll see their interpretation from our schools. We'll have about 100 banners hanging up downtown. So very cool project. Very proud, yes, excellent. Also, if you happen to be at the ELC during the week of March 27th, come enjoy student performances in the courtyard during our Lunch and Listen Jam from 11:30 to 12:30 p.m. You'll definitely not want to miss that. We'll have fabulous groups performing down in the courtyard of this building. It's a great way to take a break from the work and come down and eat and enjoy some great music and arts. All of this is just a small part of the OCPS Arts in Our Schools Month celebration that is highlighted today by these two young artists. Thank you, Danny and Yuxin, for making us all proud.
I think we're going to be taking some pictures. Yeah, I think we're going to do some photos, so if we could have everybody come up front.
With the banners.
With the
and all
banners.
that.
I think there's going to be two separate.
Yeah, the kids and then the people.
Yeah,
that
let's
have
do
it.
the students and then the banners.
Okay. So the parents. The
Yeah, and the parents and the principals, if everybody would come forward.
So we stand up here for that, right?
Yes.
We stand here for this.
Where's she in?
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Y'all did such great
Talent.
talent. Like,
Talent,
such
yeah.
good work. Thank
Amazing
you.
talent.
That's
What grade is
amazing.
he in?
I wish I could. Oh, they're adorable.
4. Oh, precious, cookie.
Phenomenal.
Thank you very much.
Good job.
Do we get the flag back?
We need the flags.
I know.
Do we get the flag back, Scott?
The what?
Come on, baby.
We don't because they. Yeah, they kind of melt by then, though.
The flag comes back.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, yes, the flag comes back, yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Good. So the flags were the flags.
They're coming.
They're coming. They're next.
You guys ready? All right. Thank you very much.
After they hang downtown for a few months, you won't want them back. Christy's is upside down. These are Christy.
Upside down.
There we go.
I thought maybe that was a style.
All right. All right, thank you very much.
Yes, yeah, I believe those were old flags that were hanging downtown, and we repurposed them.
Correct, yep.
Oh, that's great.
Y'all are amazing. I'm just saying. I can't even do paint by numbers. That's awesome. Congratulations, Danny and Yuxin, and a big thank you to their art teachers, Lizette Riberon. Did I say that right? Awesome. And Daisy Gill for fostering creativity in the classroom. It's such amazing. Last but not least, I would like to recognize the 2023 OCPS Culinary Competition's first place winners.
All right.
Yes. This was the 13th annual event and included more than 160 students who competed in various culinary contests, ranging from gourmet meals to industry-related challenges at the Walt Disney World Swan and Dolphin Resort in January. To tell us more about this tasty competition and its winners, I would like now to invite Career and Technical Education District Coordinator Shannon Latimer to the podium.
Thank you, Vice Chair Gallo, and thank you, board members and Dr. Vasquez. I will tell you that that competition was not only tasty, it was on fire. You can tell by my shirt. This year's event, as mentioned, more than 160 students competed, representing 14 high schools and featuring more than 70 industry judges. The annual culinary competition is an opportunity for students in our secondary and Orange Technical College dual enrollment culinary programs to demonstrate their savory skills. This event also prepares them to compete in industry-related regional and state competitions, such as the Florida Restaurant and Lodging Association's ProStart, Skills USA, and the Universal Studios handheld food item. And it also sets them up for future career success as chefs, managers, and executives in Central Florida's robust hospitality industry. The culinary competition also allows students to create, collaborate, and connect with their peers and local professional culinary leaders. It is now my pleasure to celebrate our first place winners and their instructors. For our Spice Challenge from Horizon High, we had Caleb Nellens, teacher Melissa Rodriguez. Measurement Mastermind Challenge from Lake Buena Vista High, we had Lucas Costello, teacher Justo Rivera. Edible Centerpiece from Orange Technical College, South Campus, Andrea Quintero, and teacher Felix Cortez Perez. Knife Skills from Winter Park High, Murray Critcher, teacher Christine Whitlow. Waiters Relay from Lake Buena Vista, Abigail Riviera, Lucas Costello, and Sagan Gordino, teacher Justo Rivera. And now, Orange Technical College Division winners for gourmet dessert. From West Orange High, we had Julie Sylvia and Tabitha Perry, teacher Colton Naismith. However, they were not able to join us this evening. Gourmet meal from Lake Buena Vista, we had Evaluna Garcia Rivion and Valeria Noguera. And our high school division first place winners all hail from Wekiva High School, lead instructor Chef Christopher Bates, and tonight we have Chef Matthew Markansky, who is with us this evening. So for gourmet dessert, we had Nicholas Tyndall and Robert Davidson. Gourmet meal, Joanna Damian, Sharda Chaubey, and Trent Surwey. And our ProStart Prolim, we have Eric Hendrickson, Greta Torres, Josephine Russo, Nicholas Eberly, and Travis Grider. These phenomenal students represent 17 of our culinary programs where we have more than 2,500 culinary students. So I tell you, in the years to come, we will have more than 500 culinary students participating with us. Thank you for recognizing these extraordinary culinary students and their dedicated teachers this evening, and we would like to give you a souvenir from the event. You all will be getting just a little bit of more information about the event and a cutting board.
Oh, thank you so much. Congratulations. Thank you. Baby, thank you. Oh, thank you. A cutting board.
Okay.
And a pen. Oh, wow.
Again, thank you for your support.
Thank you. Oh my gosh, I love it. Yes, let's get a picture. Let's get a picture. Let's hold our culinary boards up. Guys, let's hold our culinary boards up. Oh, you want to hold them up? Yeah. Hold our culinary boards up. All right, Member Felder, we will.
Come on now. You're going to get one now.
Damn right I am. Oh no, it was excellent. I challenged.
Well, good, now we're using, I got nothing more, you got me.
I think I won that one.
Oh, that's for you. Vice Chair Gallo, you can hold up your. Thank you so much. Okay, all right. Thank you very much.
Birthday to her.
We did. Oh, did she get the video? Whose birthday was it? Excuse, what was her name? Who did? I have a question.
Birthday girl.
There was we were at we had a meeting at the
South Campus.
the South Campus, OTC South Campus, and there was somebody's birthday. And is she here this evening? She is. And she's not? Did she get the video that we made? She did.
Thank you.
We made a very very cute, interesting happy birthday video that Member Felder let us in. And we're thinking of taking it on the road, so it may come to a YouTube channel near you very soon. Kudos to all the culinary student winners. Thank you, Shannon, and the career and technical education team for organizing the competition, along with the chefs and cooking instructors who are teaching our students valuable skills that they can use in the culinary field every day and at home. We do have a couple speakers. I'm going to recognize Member Byrd.
Thank you. Well, I don't think I have to say too much because I'm sure everyone gets tired of me bragging about my Wekiva Culinary Magnet, but I am so proud of you guys. But I'm proud of all of you because, first of all, the things you all create and the things that you make are unreal. I mean, you know, I go to events a lot, so I'm exposed to a lot of different food. But let me tell you, the food that you all prepare is just as good, if not better, than all of those other meals that I attend, the events that I attend. So your future is so bright, and I'm so thrilled that you're pursuing a career that you will certainly be able to find a job in here in Central Florida, that's for sure. But it's so fun to watch you guys be so excited about this art form, because it really is an art form. You all excel it to an art form. So I'm so proud of you. I do want to just quickly say that besides all these awards and honors, the Wekiva Culinary Magnet is once again, hopefully, going to be in the final running for the NASA Hunch competition that they got. They came in, was it second or third place last year? Second place, yes, last year in the nation. So they were the last Florida school left in the state of Florida, and they competed this past Saturday with other teams from around the nation. So we will see if they get in the top 10, which, you know, we all know that they're hopefully going to be taking that first place this year, as they told me they would. So everybody wish them luck. We're very excited about that. We know that they have to, congratulations. They have to do a lot of research about the meals that can be sent up to space. There's a lot of restrictions. They have to create those recipes, and then they all got judged this weekend. So we will see how that turns out. So congratulations and good luck.
Member Dr. Kessler-Dental.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I just want to let you guys know how fortunate you are to have access to these classes in high school. I did not, and I should have. And as much as I try to cook, I don't get a lot of praise at home. There are not a lot of requests for more. So enter Chef Whitlow. Chef Whitlow was my son's culinary teacher. My son can now cook. So not only do you have a future in a career, but it's very practical. And it is very important to know how to cook and be independent. And I thank you, Chef Whitlow, for that. My son had culinary for 3 years, and you're still one of his favorite teachers. So know that. And you were just sharing with me about your next competition. Can you tell me again what you're going to do Tuesday? Real with your loud teacher voice.
That's easy. 3 of the Winter Park students made it into the top 3 finales of the Universal Studios handheld competition.
So let us know how they do on Tuesday.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. Member Castro Dental. Member Felder.
Thank you. OTC, the South Campus, is one of my schools within my district. And I tell you, the first time I was invited there, I guess it must have been my second year on the board. And I was just amazed. I went there for lunch, and I had lobster and filet mignon and all of that stuff. I was like, oh my God. So this chubbiness you see is gourmet. This is gourmet fat. It's not McDonald's or anything like that. It's real food. So I thank you all for the work. Every time I go, I'm just amazed at the talent of the students and the fact that other high school students can come in, and you really make us understand that it's truly an art. I can't tell you how much board members enjoyed ourselves on Friday, and we had goodie bags. And I'm just so, we did. I'm just so proud of the work, the dedication, the teachers, and people that can cook. Number one, you'll always eat. And number two, you'll have a job. You'll have a job always. And I thank you for your work and your effort. I appreciate all that you do. Thank you so very much.
Member Front.
Okay, I'll be real quick, but just wanted to give a shout out to Lake Buena Vista High School because District 3. So thank you for everything that you're doing. I really do. I love that Orange County is really focusing on the technical aspects of education, not just, the traditional learning of, math and science and whatnot, but really giving you students the ability to look into career opportunities while you're in high school. So when you graduate, you can go right out and get a job somewhere that maybe your peers who aren't doing the technical thing can do. So really love that. I love that there's magnet programs or programs within the schools and then all the high schools, and then also where students are able to jump on the bus at school and go to like Orange Technical, for instance, where my daughter goes. Very exciting possibility. So I love it. Keep up the great work.
Alrighty, so we are proclaiming March as National Athletic Training Month in ATM in Orange County Public Schools. If Lonnie Flores, our Senior Administrator of Athletic and Wellness Services, will please come to the podium. There he is.
Good morning. Good afternoon. Good afternoon to all the board members. Thank you for this opportunity, Dr. Vasquez, for this opportunity to read this proclamation in lieu of our athletic trainers. This is National Athletic Training Month for the month of March. As you know, in athletics, we could not perform what we're doing without our athletic trainers there and present to assist our student athletes in being safe in what they're doing. As a former school athletic director, to be there and be with our trainers day and night for our athletic events. They're the only ones that work as hard as those athletic directors, and we're very thankful for them. At this time, I would love to read the proclamation. Whereas athletic trainers are licensed healthcare providers in the state of Florida. And whereas athletic trainers are competent in developing and implementing policies and procedures that protect the safety and well-being of student athletes and those who are physically active. And whereas athletic trainers promote healthy lifestyles, behaviors, and injury prevention through effective education and communication to enhance wellness and minimize the risk of injury and illness. And whereas athletic trainers are trained in emergency care of injuries during athletic events and physical activities. And whereas athletic trainers integrate best practices in the immediate emergency care of individuals for optimal outcomes. And whereas athletic trainers are skilled in the evaluation and diagnosis of injuries and illnesses by implementing symptomatic evidence-based examination and assessments to formulate a clinical diagnosis and determine a plan of care. And whereas athletic trainers are educated and trained in the use of therapeutic interventions that facilitate the rehabilitation of injuries that occur during athletic competition and physical activity with the goal of achieving an optimal performance level. And whereas all student athletes who participate in school-based athletic activities deserve to have quality health care for injuries that may occur during athletic competitions and practices. Now therefore be it resolved, the School Board of Orange County, Florida has hereby proclaimed March 1 through 31st, 2023 as National Athletic Training Month in Orange County Public Schools.
Thank you, Mr. Flores.
Thank you, ma'am.
We are also proclaiming March as National Social Work Month in Orange County Public Schools. If Miss Lisa Coffey could please come to the podium and read the proclamation.
Good evening. Good evening, school board members and Superintendent Vasquez. It is my honor to serve as the Director for Social Services and read the proclamation today honoring our school social workers, some of which who are here tonight, but many of which are online watching. We have increased the number of our social workers in our district to 162 hardworking professionals, and they have impacted thus far over 8,000 students in OCPS this year. I'd like to now read the proclamation. Whereas the social work profession is dedicated to improving human well-being and enhancing the basic needs of all people, especially the most vulnerable. And whereas this year's National Social Work Month theme, Social Work Breaks Barriers, embodies the contributions social workers have made to this nation for more than a century, and how the provided services help address our nation's economic inequality, the need for improved health and mental health care, COVID-19, and other issues. And whereas social workers have been available in times of crisis and helped people overcome such issues as death, grief, substance abuse, and mental illness, along with assisting communities with recovering from natural disasters such as fires, hurricanes, and earthquakes. And whereas social workers have helped this nation live up to its values by successfully advocating for equal rights for all people, no matter their race, gender, culture, or religion. And whereas the social work profession is one of the fastest growing professions in the United States, with nearly 800,000 people expected to be employed as social workers by 2028. And whereas social workers are employed in all parts of our society and empower people to live to their fullest potential. And whereas social workers will continue to stand ready to assist our nation in overcoming present and future challenges. Now, therefore, be it resolved, the School Board of Orange County, Florida does hereby proclaim March 2023 as National Social Work Month in Orange County Public Schools. Thank you.
Could we have all the social workers that are in the audience please stand so that we can recognize you?
Just a few.
Thank you for all that y'all do every single day for our students at OCPS. Thank you, Mrs. Coffey.
Thank you.
We have two more proclamations. We are going to proclaim March 2023 as Purchasing Day in Orange County Public Schools, and we're proclaiming March 2023 as Arts in Our Schools Month in Orange County Public Schools. We are now going to begin the business portion of our meeting. So for those who have come for the recognitions, you are welcome to stay, but you are also free to leave. Thank you so much for coming this evening. You're free. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Hey, Shannon. Just in case you got No. Shannon. 9th floor. A side.
Dr. Vasquez, do we have any newly appointed administrators to present tonight?
We do not, Madam Chair.
Wonderful. Dr. Vasquez, are there any changes to the agenda?
No, there are not.
Wonderful. The chair will now entertain a motion to adopt the agenda as requested by the superintendent. Thank you. Thank you. Member Gould made the motion, and it was seconded by Member Dr. Castro-Dental. All in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries.
Wait, did you check Member Salamanca?
I'm sorry, Member Salamanca?
Aye.
Thank you. Show that the vote was in the affirmative. All right. In order to provide, they're making me laugh. In order to provide government transparency as well as reasonable opportunities for the public to access and participate in the decision-making process, new protocols were established to allow the school board to continue to perform essential functions in a manner consistent with law and board policy while keeping our citizens and employees safe. The opportunity for the public to participate in this meeting to provide public comment on the published agenda have been posted on our website and on BoardDocs and are as follows. Public comment in person. For those members who have chosen to attend in person to address the school board during the public comment portion of the meeting to speak to a published agenda item, they were directed to fill out a public comment card located in the lobby outside of the school board chambers and turn it in to the school board services representative. Public comment telephonically. For those members of the public who have chosen to utilize the call-in portion to provide public comment on a published agenda item, the telephone line number for such participation is 407-250-6270. Callers were entered into the queue between 4:30 and 4:45 p.m. this evening. Public comment via email. Members of the public were invited to provide public comment via email for the school board's consideration at the school board's meeting by 5 p.m. yesterday. Any emails that were received by that time were compiled by OCPS staff and provided to each school board member electronically and or in hard copy for consideration by 10 a.m. this morning. Emails received will be part of the permanent record. Ms. Inval.
There are no speakers either telephonically or in person. And I'm sorry, I should have probably stopped you before you went through all of that.
I think that we should
It was
just
good to
post
listen to it.
this, and so it doesn't have to be read every time.
It's posted. We're
It
just
is?
making sure that
Okay.
everybody's aware.
So I didn't have to read all that. I just wasted
No,
a
I
bunch of
probably
time.
should have stopped you. Sorry.
All righty then. For those who don't realize, I am not normally the chair of this board. Thank you. All right, so I'm not going to, okay, the public is reminded that all comments made in person or telephonically are subject to board policies regarding civility and length of communication. Up to 3 minutes, the time limit for public comment that is already established by the school board policy. I did not need to read that. All right. We're back on task. The vice, okay. They're referring to me in the first person, and so when I read it, then I refer to myself in the first person, and that's awkward. I'd like to entertain a motion to approve the consent agenda as presented by the superintendent. Motion made by Member Byrd. Is there a second? Second made by Member Dr. Castor-Dental. All in favor? Aye. Member Salamanca?
In favor.
Thank you. Let the record reflect that the votes are in the affirmative. Next, Dr. Vasquez, we will hear from you.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I have a short report. First, I want to say thank you to all of our staff, teachers, and students that were part of the display out in the open area, in the lobby area from our students, Magnolia. It's just incredible to see all the things that we're able to provide for our students. I'm also thrilled I got to buy a few cards that I needed. I don't have to make a stop at CVS. So thank you again. We know that we have a long way to go in improving our outcomes for our students with disabilities, but those teachers, administrators, and staff that are dedicated to their well-being and to their education, thank you so much. My second announcement is somewhat with mixed emotions. We have two of my cabinet members that are going to be leaving OCPS. The first one is John Wright, who is in the audience, who has served our district for 35 years. Started out as a teacher, then an assistant principal, an executive area director. Then he was an area superintendent, and in his current role, leading the innovation office. We are so grateful for your years of service and the impact that you have had on so many of us. You will be missed dearly. Second, Melanie Stefanowitz, who was the associate superintendent, who is currently still the associate superintendent for career technical and education, is moving to a new role down south. She's moving back and is going to be taking the role of senior executive director for the Early Learning Coalition. We will miss you, Melanie, but we know that this is something that you are going to be magnificent at, and you will continue to impact the lives of others. Thank you both for the service you have given, for the friendships. You will be missed.
Member Castor-Dental.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I just want to recognize John Wright and let you know how much I'm going to miss you. You have been so amazing, not just when I work with you and talk to you about the schools in our district, but I've seen how you interact with the principals and the teachers, and I wanted more of our principals to have the benefit of working with you. And then you give me a call and let me know that you've made plans for the future that well, I don't know. It breaks my heart, but I understand. It's, you need to, I guess, do something different. But the only consolation I have is that you are still within my district, and I know where you live. So I hope that we can still continue to be friends, and I hope that I can still seek your guidance. Thank you so much for all you've done.
Thank you, Member Castor-Dental. I'm actually queued up next. So, John, I told him earlier, I said, I'm mad. I'm mad that I get it. But I'm mad. I'm mad that he's leaving. He is one of, we have great area superintendents, and we just have great people who work here at OCPS for all the right reasons. They're in it for the right reasons, and they care a whole awful lot. But John really cares. John really cares about this community, about his students, about his staff, about anybody that's under him. And any time that I had to call John or tell John anything or ask John or need his help with something, I knew that it was going to get taken care of. I knew that he would put the student first and that he would make the best decision that was right for the student. And I also knew that if he came to me and he said, Angie, you didn't get the whole story. Let me tell you the whole story. I knew he was telling me the truth. Like I knew that the information that he was giving me was valid because he was just one of those people that just bent over backwards to help everybody. So if Mr. Wright was saying, wait a minute, we've got to stop, I knew that there was a reason why. So I just want to say thank you. Thank you for your years of service. Thank you for everything that you've done for OCPS. To say that you'll be missed is an understatement. You're a funny guy. Like you're extremely funny, so you're fun to be around. For that reason alone, we'll miss you. But thank you again for everything that you've done. And now I'm going to go to Member Felder.
Yes. Thank you, Vice Chair. When I first got on board, I kept hearing the name John Wright, but I didn't know who he was. And then I didn't know that he was really at one of my schools. And so there was a dire situation in one of my schools, and I was just freaking out. And I went driven to the school, and I was like, I said, what? Oh, God. And he just tall, magnificent man. I'm standing. I said, who are you? He said, I'm John Wright. I said, so you're John Wright? And he was just calmed me. I mean, it was a fierce situation, I'm telling you. And I was about to just freak totally out. And he just started talking, and like he was just calm in the midst of the vicious storm. I mean, just calm. And he's tall and everything. So I was like, okay, this is John Wright, John Wright. So I want to thank you for the short time I've known you, and how even after that time that, some of those things that happen, every now and then when you see me, you say, Boardman Felder, how's it going, and whatever. And I just remember that day, that calmness that you gave me over that situation. And I said, good. So in the short time I've met you, had to work with you, you will be missed. And I thank you for your love for the children, and your understanding and making, finding the sweetness and bitterness. That's what I say about you, finding the sweetness and bitterness. And I want to thank you for that. That's a gift. And you do it unannounced. You do it casually. You just do it, and it just happens. Like grandness is never announced. It just is. So I want to thank you. Thank you so much.
Very well said, Member Felder. Member Salamanca?
Thank you, Chair. John, I'm so sorry I can't be there today, but I really I'm so sad to see you go. For folks in the audience and beyond, John was my principal at Timber Creek High School for 4 years. You're one of the reasons I ran for office. Your leadership as a principal and at the district has always been such an example for me of what it is to be student first, of what it is to be kind, to to have such high ethical standards for ourselves in the district. It is so bittersweet to see you go just right when I'm getting into this role, because I was so excited to work together. It really breaks my heart. But I just want to say thank you for all your years of service, for the amazing work you've done in OCPS, for setting the bar so high on what it is to be a great, incredible principal. It isn't until I go visit other schools and high schools that I'm like, wait, not every high school is around the way John Rye ran Timber Creek. So I do feel like you spoiled my perspective of a high school education. I speak for all Timber Creek students that what you built in that high school carries with us for decades and beyond. There's not one student or alumni from that high school that was there during your time that I speak to about John Rye doesn't have only fond memories of you and your leadership and your kindness. So thank you for your time and your service. I'm so grateful to have been able to cross paths with you, and still angry that you're leaving just when I got here.
Member Byrd?
I don't know, John. I think you're going to have to stay because you've got heartbroken board members, some in tears. I mean, I cannot say it better than how it's been said. I just want to touch on my appreciation for John, for his passion for innovation. And that's what I really loved about him the first time I met him. And we had a meeting at one of my schools that is in the innovation community. And afterwards, we stood in the parking lot for a long time talking about crazy out of the box ideas, and his excitement level matched mine, which always gets me excited when someone feels the same way I do when you're thinking about ways to innovate and ideas that maybe someone hasn't thought of before. And when I throw out crazy ideas, sometimes people look at me like I'm crazy, but he was very receptive and we could do this and we could do that, and all in, so I wholeheartedly appreciated that. And I think our innovation program would not be what it is now if it wasn't for John Wright, and that freedom that those schools have to try new things are opening our kids' worlds every day, even more than we already do in our regular classrooms. And his passion for that innovation has really gifted so many students. So we are certainly going to miss you, and I really do think you need to consider just staying. Just saying. Thank you.
Well, John, we can't wait to see what you do next. I'm positive that it's going to be fabulous. All right, we are going to move on to Mrs. Invall.
I believe we had a public speaker earlier this morning today during our public input period that referenced our desegregation order and unitary status, and Mr. Palmerini would like to just set the record straight for that.
Thank you. Mr. Palmerini?
Thank you, Madam Chair. Thank you, Mrs. Enval. Just wanted to make very clear for the record, there was discussion earlier today about whether or not we run a discriminatory system. We do not. We were under court supervision from 1961 through 2010. This board got an order from the United States District Court that we run a unitary school system. And we entered into a settlement agreement rather than the plaintiffs in that case appealing it, in which we committed to do certain things to rebuild certain elementary schools in the African American community. We've done that. We still have goals that come before this board annually with regard to hiring, just to ensure that we are hiring folks that reflect the diversity of experiences and ethnicities in Orange County to reflect our student population. We also have made sure that the athletic opportunities and extracurricular opportunities for our students are well publicized, so they know, all of our students know what teams they can try out for, what clubs they can apply to. Those reports still come to the board on an annual basis. So I just wanted to make clear for anybody who was listening earlier today, we do not run a discriminatory system. The courts have held that we are unitary, and I just wanted to make sure that was clear for the record.
Thank you, Mr. Pomeraney. Mrs. Inval, do you have anything else done? Thank you. All right, now we're going to move on to committee reports. Member Gould?
Thank you, Madam Chair. We did hold a communications committee today where we fully reviewed all of the resources and communication channels that OCPS uses and some that the board members can use. We talked about how we can better tighten up communication to be on the front end of situations that happen good and not so good within our schools, and we're going to look forward to really being able to support the communication of the follow-up from the superintendent's first 100 days and all of the community sessions that she had. And there is a plan that she's already has to begin that follow-up communication of what was captured and then some actions, and we'll be able to, as a board, help support that information. I think I got everything. If I didn't, let me know.
Thank you, Member Gould. I think you did. Great job. We also, immediately following the Communications Committee, had a legislative committee with the board where we discussed current legislation that is up in Tallahassee. We discussed, I think, House Bill 1, Senate Bill 202, which will bring education savings accounts, if passed, to Florida, along with some of the governor's budgetary items that he introduced a couple of weeks ago. So our discussion really just flowed around current legislation, what we thought was going to happen in Tallahassee, how as a board we could support the district in those endeavors up in Tallahassee. And I think that pretty much sums it up. There will be a few of us going to Tallahassee in 2 weeks. It is the Florida School Boards Association legislative days in Tallahassee. So we'll be up there advocating on behalf of all of you and the district and talking to our delegation during that time. And that is my report. At this time, are there any members that would like to agenda policy level issues for discussion at a future work session? Is there any discussion amongst the board? All righty. Well, hearing none, we will adjourn this meeting. The meeting is adjourned. Thank you. Look at that.
Okay, you get a gold star.
I do.
It helps that I talk.